Picture this. It's Christmas Day, and there's a family with a little boy and a little girl. What do you imagine them receiving as their present? Children play with toys daily. It's a part of their everyday leisure. But would you believe me if I said that there are lasting effects with toys being gender specific? There is a stereotype that girls get specific toys and boys get specific toys. Through research, I have learned that there are problems that arise with toys being gender specific. Toys should not be gender specific because different kids like different things. It limits their minds to career options and it applies a social pressure to them. First, I'm going to discuss how different kids have different interests. Not all kids fit the stereotypical toys that are assigned to their gender. Some girls enjoy playing with train tracks while some boys enjoy playing with dolls. In Susan Kallenberg and Michelle Hand's newspaper article in 2010, Gender Role Stereotypes in Toy Commercials, it discusses the socialization process and the long-term effects of the programming and development preferences that marketers use to design, package, and market toys to fit masculine and feminine identities, which not all kids fit these identities and the stereotypes that are applied. What happens to the kids that don't fit these identities? They end up getting left out and their interests are not met. And I remember whenever I was a kid, I didn't enjoy being left out. Second, I'm going to talk about how toys being gender specific limits their career options. Toys being gender specific doesn't give kids much room to explore at a young age, which is crucial for them. A girl being marketed a science kit could help them develop an interest in STEM or even being a microbiologist. In Bending Gender Roles by Jen Osterhelt in 2003, it is discussed how parents need to understand that construction activities are crucial for girls' development, according to Dr. Toy, who has a doctorate degree in child development and child psychology, and he's also been studying toys for 30 years. It also aids in their cognitive development. Boys being marketed to play with dolls could help them learn how to nurture, and that would benefit them if they ever want to work in daycare or if they have kids of their own one day. In Jen Osterhelt's article, it is also discussed how few girls are open to discuss their interest in STEM or being president one day. Lastly, I'm going to talk about toys and the social pressure that is being applied behind them. Kids want to fit in. It's something that we're all born with, is just the need to make connections. And they already have the pressure to make friends, so there shouldn't be a social pressure behind what toys they play with. In Susan Kallenberg and Michelle Hand's journal in 2010, it discusses how toys promote role identities of society, and how toy marketers also use those society role identities to market the toys. A little girl is not going to be open to discuss her interest in being a carpenter if she's not given kits that require her to build or to learn carpenter interest. In Lisa Bonin's journal, Girls and Boys Get Different Toys in 2000, it is discussed how male and female play patterns are emerging earlier. They used to emerge around ages 5 to 6, but now they're emerging earlier. And child development experts are saying that it's through earlier socialization and media exposure, which is society's effect on kids. Society should support kids that have different interests and different toys that they want to pursue and play with. I can see why some people think that toy companies should just target one group. It is easier for them to make a profit if they are only have one group that they need to target, such as girl toys or boy toys, which it could make them more of a profit, but the benefits of gender roles not being applied to toys is more of a profit in a long run for the children. They could broaden their horizons and make gender-neutral toys, which would benefit the kids, and it could even make them more of a profit in the long run. Society already accepts the gender roles that are applied to toys, but society could change their viewpoints and parents could support kids that have different interests. There shouldn't be a social pressure behind what toys a kid can play with. Children play with toys daily. It's part of their leisure, and they all have an interest in some sort of play. Not all kids have the same interests as their gender. It limits their career options, and there's a social pressure for them to fit in, with toys being gender specific. In the future, I hope you consider getting your little girl a science kit and your little boy a doll. It will aid in their development and it benefits them greatly. In closure, I'm going to leave you with this question. What are we going to do to make a difference with toys that kids play with daily?